Jags get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields this way up at the 17 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw is Murray. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try it.
So they're going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watts.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to have a third down.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch the team.
Allen going to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
Room here to run. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 26. A big play there.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
First down that doesn't account. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second and 11 now.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Allen going to go on 4th down. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point attempt to follow here.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering, but what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Allen's throw is complete. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they try the right side here. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Allen now on the sneak. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15. No change. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move
quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play fake. Murray. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Check. Check. Hot. No.
Allen taking it himself.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Finding room to the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Koo now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Murray off play action. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to Scott Miller. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Murray and company going for it on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by Waller out left side. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill. Pardon me, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rolling to his left. And this is caught by Watkins for a Las Vegas touchdown. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And that is incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Steps away. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rolling to his right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Out to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing, and down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Murray's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray flush to his right. He's able to find Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And that one will drop incomplete. 4 seconds remaining now in this half. Likely time for just one final play. 2nd and 10. Murray, one final try. Taking a deep shot here for a little bit of a consolation prize there he's showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.